Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Abby Bliss White and today we are going to play with the new Hourglass Ghost Palette. I've been waiting anxiously for this to arrive. You guys, it is gorgeous. I am loving it. Today what I thought I would do is put this whole palette on my face, but I also wanted to share with you the differences between the Hourglass. This was, I believe, the 2017 edition of the palette. And this is the Ghost and this is the Rose Gold. So as you can see, just even by looking at them right here, these guys are similar. So I was going to go ahead and swatch both of these for you and kind of let you know if you're on the fence of picking up the Ghost palette and you already own this. I was going to show you some of the differences as well as similarities between the two palettes and just kind of put on a whole look using all of this and doing a whole full face of Hourglass products since it is one of my favorite brands. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this look using this palette as well as some other Hourglass products, let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, we need to put makeup on this face and I'm gonna start. I pulled out my Vanish. This is the Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation and I have it in shade Shell. Now I know this one was not super popular with many people, but I actually kind of liked it. It is full coverage and you know what? There's a time and a place for that. So I am going to take a little pump. You do not need much with this. I think that's what I learned was too much will make you look very cakey. I'm gonna just tap this guy on and we're gonna get looking a little bit better. I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender and I am going to kind of shear this out by using the damp beauty blender. So this one, I think if you use a brush, which is going to give you more coverage, this one I'm kind of shearing out just a little bit because as you can see, it has a lot of really nice coverage to it. Okay, you guys, I have a little layer of this Vanish, which I feel like just sort of perfects your skin. But you do not want to use a whole lot, otherwise you will end up feeling like it is cake face. But I have liked it when I want kind of a flawless finish. And now we're gonna get to the star of the show, the Hourglass Ghost Palette. You guys, I love these palettes and this one is one of my favorites so far. So first of all, this one is called the Ghost and it comes with sort of a clear bottom that you can kind of see the product in on the bottom. And then here, I'm sorry, mine already has some lovely fingerprints, but it is more of a silver packaging this year. And then let's open it up. It comes with a really nice large mirror, which I adore. And then you have all of the beautiful shades here. So this one includes Dim Light, which is one of my favorites. Diffused Light, again, another one of my favorites. The Strobe Powder is Iridescent. Strobe Light. Then it has the new colors, which is the Eternal Bronze Light. You guys, it's an amazing bronzer, as well as the blush that is going to be Iridescent Rose, and then Sublime Flush. So pretty. I'm gonna give you a swatch of all of these. You guys, here we go, and this is going to be, you can't really see on the finishing powders. I can see that you're might not be able to see as many, but I hope you can see how beautiful this bronzer is. This rose blush, the Sublime Flush. I mean, these are such pretty colors. Now, one thing I've always said about Hourglass powders and stuff and their blushes, it's very hard to swatch them. When you put them on your face, they become very magical, and I find them to be super forgiving on more mature skin. So absolutely one of my favorites, and this is no exception. Now, I did want to point out that I have the Hourglass, and I believe this might have been the 2017. This is this guy here, and someone had been asking me, you know, is this similar? Like, if I have this one, do I need this one? And then you can see right off the bat, you guys, it is a little bit different. But again, if you have both of these, you may not need, because these are the more rose colored pink kind of palettes. Now, I have a 16-year-old daughter who is happy to take over this guy. And so I'm happy to have both of them. I'm gonna swatch this one real quick for you as well. So this one still is going to have the dim light and the diffused, okay? So they have two of the similar ones, but then they have the hypnotic strobe light. So that is going to be this guy right here. As far as the bronzers, it is going to have, you guys, as far as bronzers, this is Bronze Light, the Illuminating Bronze Light, which is a fantastic bronzer. You can buy that in the single version. This one is called Surreal Blush here. It is one of the ones that has swirled in some of the strobe lighting in it. And then this one is called Pure Effect Blush. So again, this is going to be a tad bit rosier. This one reminds me of Mood Exposure, which you can buy separately. And I'm going to swatch this one for you as well. Hoping you can see, guys, we're going to mainly focus on this portion over here. This tends to be a little bit more warmer as a bronzer here. The rose, if you can see, you guys, it is a little bit more deep. This one's a little bit rosier, and then this one's a little bit brighter in the pink. But again, if you already own this palette, you probably do not need to buy the Ghost palette. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a full look on my face using this guy. So pretty, you guys. Now, I do have the Hourglass ambient brush that kind of goes with these palettes because it's like the perfect size to get in. So I'm going to start with the bronzer over here. I am in love with this bronzer. I'm finding it to be just a perfect tone for someone with light to medium skin tone. My big thing about this, you guys, I don't know if this is going to work fantastic for darker skin tones. I feel like it's going to be a little bit too light. So that would be the one thing I would kind of mention right now. If you're much darker than me, I don't know if you are gonna enjoy this palette. Last year when they came out with two palettes, and I did feel like they had one that was perfect for more darker skin tones and another one that was better for medium or light to medium skin tones. So that was one thing I was surprised because I thought they would be coming out with two. And you guys see this? Isn't this a pretty bronzer? Just so pretty. I'm going to sculpt a little bit of some cheekbones here. A little more. I'm going to use both of these blushes kind of lightly. So I'm going to use this darker rose and then use the lighter one kind of as a blush topper. I'm going to take the lighter one over here. This is the one I love so much. Such a pretty flush. Can you guys see that? Don't worry, I'm gonna blend everything out. Okay, you guys, we have some bright cheeks on. I am going to take the diffused light, this really bright one. The secret that they told me with Hourglass when I've had a makeover in the past was just to do a little bit underneath your eyes, that it's going to brighten that up and not give it too much creasing here. And then what I like to do, you guys, is I'm taking my powder brush from Hourglass. This is for the veil powder, but I like to take both of these and I'm mixing it together. And I'm gonna kind of use this to set my makeup and blend that blush out, kind of soften the edges. Then I'm gonna take this really beautiful highlighter over here, you guys. It's so pretty. I love it. That is the iridescent strobe light powder. And I'm gonna just kind of put this right here on the top of my cheekbones. See if you can see how that is just a super pretty highlighter. Now for eyes, I'm gonna use this palette along with one of the holiday collection scattered lights from Hourglass as well. So what I like to do, you guys, is I like to take the bronzer and we are gonna put that all over my lid. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Run a little bit of the bronzer underneath my eye. I'm then gonna take this pretty blush color here, you guys. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna kind of go in and just a little bit on the lid, kind of a rosy bronze eye. Then I'm gonna go in with this little highlighter here and I'm gonna put that in the inner corner of my eyes. Brighten that up. Now I'm gonna take this Hourglass Scattered Lights. You guys know I love a little shimmer on my lid and I am in love with the shade Ray. This is like a taupey bronzy beautifulness. Here is that shade. Isn't that gorgeous? It works perfect with this palette. So basically you can just kind of use the bronzer in your crease, do a little of that, and then I'm just gonna put this on my lid. You guys, is that so pretty or what? Just a light little coating, you guys. It basically gonna give your eyes a little ba-boom. I'm going to go line my eyes with a little bit of an espresso liner and then I'll be right back and I'm gonna show you, I do have two of their mascaras that I absolutely love, but I'm gonna use the Film Noir because I feel like this does not get enough love and it is a fantastic mascara. Okay, you guys, I lightly lined my eyes and I am going to now use this mascara. I think this is a fantastic mascara. This is in Film Noir. And I also love their Caution mascara if you want that kind of like extension, like fake lashes look. I think that one's another one that I love. Now for today, this is gonna give me more of a natural look, but it is such a good mascara. And I really try to get at the base and then I just am going to load her up. Okay, you guys, we've kind of got a sort of soft, kind of rose ethereal look going on, and I thought I would keep my lips pretty simple, but I pulled out one of my favorite Hourglass products. This is their lip oil, and it's the tinted one in Cameo. Such a beautiful color. I'm quickly gonna line my lips with my, this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Lined my lips, and then I'm going to put this beautiful lip oil on, you guys. These are these really pretty tinted lip oils. They're so moisturizing, and they're fantastic for fall because your lips can get a little chapped. And I just love this color, and I think it goes perfect with this Ghost palette. Okay, in conclusion, you guys, I'm pretty much wearing the entire palette on my face. I love this palette. It is right up my alley though. I love sort of pinky rose tones. I really like the Hourglass powders. I think they are so forgiving for more mature skin. Just gives you that kind of radiant glow without looking too fake. I have tons of their products. Including these powders right here already. I have the Ambient Powder Palette, and I love it. And I have been pulling that out recently already. So when this was launched, I was like, okay, I gotta get this one as well. Now, between the two of these, you guys, one thing I would say, these are a little bit different, but enough the same. And I believe this is the 2017, yes, 2017 Hourglass palette. This is in the rose gold packaging. If you own this one and are on the fence about getting this Ghost one, I would say these are very slightly different. You're going to be getting the dim light, the diffuse light, just like this guy already. And then if you can see the bronzer, I do have to say I am in love with the bronzer in this Ghost palette, and that bronzer is called the Eternal Bronze Light. So I do prefer this bronzer. I like this one, and that is the Bronze Light just itself, but I find it to be just a little bit more peachy / warmer, where I kind of find this one to be a little bit more neutral. Not quite as warm, which I sort of prefer. So I am loving that. This blush is just like amazing. And again, both of these rose colors. So this is a hard one. They're gonna be slightly different. There is new colors in this, and I kind of find these as little collector items. I'm a fan of Hourglass, so to me, this was worth it. And as I said, my daughter has happily taken over this one. She loves the Hourglass blushes. She loves this palette as well. So we are super happy with this, but just if you're on the fence and you already own that, you might want to make sure to go in and look at the shades and see if they are enough different for you. I just am really loving this. I love the fact that I can just take this to travel, and I basically have eyes, a full face of my powder products. I love to use the shadows, these guys, on my lids. Pop on one of the Hourglass scattered lights, which you guys, I think I already did a video on these little scattered lights, the holiday collection. They are a little bit smaller, but I have to say I haven't even gotten through one full one of these, and I have it in Reflect and Smoke and Vivid. I love these guys. So happy with these guys, and that color in Ray is just my absolute, you guys. That's such a pretty, perfect shade. As you can see, it just kind of gives you a soft, pretty eye. So I am loving the whole Ghost palette, you guys. Let me know if you decided to pick up that palette as well, and if you are loving it as much as I am. So happy with that purchase. There is so many holiday launches coming out that I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I'm a little excited too. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.